I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting the speed, and I swear that I ain't going home. You hold my phone and won't leave me alone. I'm blank Sivo, blank Coca Patron. I'm on Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting the speed, and I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone, I'm blank Sivo, blank Coca Patron. I'm on that Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting the speed, and I swear that I ain't going home. I'm on that Coca Patron, Coca Patron.
Well, I'm here with David Rajuili, and first of all, welcome back to South Africa. I know you've been around the world, you've been campaigning and boxing everywhere. First of all, what brought you back here for a little bit of time?
Thanks, nice to finally meet you. I came back to get married, sort out my final papers. I'll be venturing to Manchester, doing my stay in the EU. I'll be permanently there. So it's the last few documents that I just came to do.
Let's go back to the beginning of your career. You started off in Johannesburg. You then moved on to the Western Cape at some point as well. But let's first start off in Johannesburg. How did you feel the boxing scene was here, and why did you make that move eventually?
I started off in Johannesburg, I think 8 years ago. I started off boxing with Manny Fernandes. I think that was my first pro trainer. Then I started moving to a couple of gyms, ended up in Boksburg with Rupert van Arswagen. That's where my pro career started off. With Rupert, I had, I think, 4 fights, winning 2, drawing 1, losing 1. And then I made my move to Durban.
Oh, wow.
From Durban, I ended up boxing under Hardy Milam. He's a great trainer, also ex-great fighter from South Africa. Trained under Hardy. With Hardy, we fought the likes of Jasper Sarukia for the SA title. I fought, Stimela. I fought him twice for the ABU title. I fought Singangi. I fought Maluleka for the IPF Intercontinental title. So with Hardy, my boxing career kind of had a big takeoff. I was rated in the top 3 in South Africa at a stage in the junior lightweight division. I was very busy. I think the 1 year we had 6 fights, 6 wins. Yeah, so things kicked off in Durban. Then I ended up moving to Cape Town. In Cape Town, I was lucky enough to train with Zonke Fana. There we had a good run. I won the WPF lightweight All-Africa title. And yeah, that's where my life kind of changed, when I had some sponsors come down from the Netherlands, came to watch me fight the Black Mamba for the title. I won that fight, and they decided, they want to sponsor me and take me through to the EU, and finish off my boxing career there. So from there, that's when I done my international move.
I think it was a few years into the show that we started that you dropped us a message and said, listen, why is Western Cape not getting the coverage that it's getting? Because obviously Johannesburg was covered, perhaps a little bit of East London was covered, but not the Western Cape. And you probably thought, this is an up and coming region. Yes. What are your thoughts today on that?
The Western Cape, Katakoda helped it a lot with the boxing. I must say, when Steve had his Friday nights fights, Cape Town got very excited with the boxing. New fighters came in. Lunga Stimela came out of nowhere. He ended up winning the Prospect of the Year in, I think, 2017 or 2018. He was Prospect of the Year. He's still unbeaten now. They've got Abdulaziz, sorry. He's a hot prospect, 10-0. They've got the policeman as well. Baby Jake. Yeah. Also, I had the privilege to train with him and to actually be friends with him. Great man. So when Katakoda was doing all of that in Cape Town, it was very exciting. It kind of boosted Cape Town boxing. And now, just get people like Nicholas Radley fighting at Emperors, I think it was those small seeds planted by Katakoda that got the Western Cape pumping. And now, we've got Nicholas Reddy, SA champion, We got some hot prospects coming out of Cape Town. So you needed something like that. I think also South Africa needed a talk show like yours, just to interact more with the boxers. I think more people got to know what's going on, who's fighting who, and it makes boxing more exciting.
I think the one thing that, if someone looks at your career record, they'll see that you fought the best. And you've beaten some good guys. I mean, guys like Jonas Segu as well, who is highly rated. I mean, he's come up and fought all over the world, particularly in Africa. So when you look back at your career as it is currently, I know you still got a way to go. How do you assess it?
I look at my career. I'll say in the early stages of my career, I came in hungry. All I wanted to do was fight. So I was always ready, always fit. So in the beginning of our career, yes, we took the hard fights. Fighting Jasper Soroke, who at the time was 40-3, had only lost 3 fights. I fought him when my 6th fight, I think I went in the rounds with Jasper. And I lost that fight, but it was more of I learned, Then we took on another great fighter from Slovenia. Hardy took me there. Also, we took a chance. I fought a guy with 40 fights. He had lost 20, won 20, still had the ring experience. Very tough guy. I went there. First international fight was a title fight, which I had won. The WBF international title. And coming back as a champion, you got big challenges. And I see what Hardy's goal was to get me to the top as fast as possible. So we took on the hard fights. And we lost some of them. But, the journey, for me, it's not a journey of just being undisputed. It's a journey of fighting the best, being the best. If you say you are the best, you will fight the best in that weight, Win or lose, you can always go home, look back in your career and say, what, I actually went in and I fought the best. If you look at the people I've lost to, I think six of them are actually all current champions. So it's something I do look at and I say, I actually lost to all these and they're all current champions. It's not like I lost to a bum or something like that. So it's been a good journey. I'm looking forward to the plans we have moving forward. I know I'll have 1 or 2 more title fights. I'm hoping to bring a few back, 1 or 2 as well. But looking forward to what lies ahead.
As life has it, you've made you got married recently, you're moving overseas. I mean, what does that have left for you, like in South Africa? I mean, like, do you have harbor ambitions of coming back? Do you want to stay overseas? Like, what does this mean for you? And if people at home didn't know that, now they do know that David Rajuili is actually, you're based in the Netherlands now?
Yeah, I'm boxing I'm signed under the Netherlands boxing. I've got my European boxing license. I've just signed a 2-year contract with 2 to 3 year contract with Sean Krul from Manchester under his management, and going forward I'll be going to do my training camps and with Sean, and he'll be managing and taking me forward.
How do you feel about taking the step? You fought overseas previously, as you've mentioned. Obviously sort of life situations kind of made this move more than ever, and obviously money maybe is slightly motivated in this decision. In making this decision, how easy was it for you?
With me, getting this opportunity was actually a big surprise, because when I fought Segu for the first time, I actually had I looked at my manager at the time, Tyron Rightford, and I said to him, this is it. We're going to have this last fight. I've done this for too long now, since I was 9 years old. We've had a good career. I've got 1 title. Let's just, focus on growing, starting a business, And then I went and I won the title. And that was also hard work, training with Matthew Leishing. We won the title. So after that fight, on the day, the sponsors came from the Netherlands and said, listen, we're moving you over. Now with that, as a kid growing up, boxing and stuff, that is your dream, to one day be managed overseas or to fight overseas, even if it's for a year, 2-year contract, whatever you can get your hands on, but just to get that experience, just to get to say, I've trained overseas, I fought with the best in my weight, you've given it a go. And that opportunity came, and I didn't ask any questions. I just packed my bags and I went, you know. And it hasn't been easy. It's been a grueling. I left for the Netherlands three years today. Yeah, so in those 3 years, it's been up and down, Netherlands, Cape Town, you know, getting your paperwork, getting the right trainer for you, getting people that have got a vision for you and going to take you forward. So it's been very difficult, as well as an outsider. You know, people see people like Chris van Heerden, JD Keel, they're in America, they ask themselves, why are these guys not fighting? It's not that easy, you know. Just to get to train there is great. Getting a fight, I think that's when your dreams come true, you know. If you're not a local and no one knows you, for you to get a promoter to take you and to put you up there it's a risk on a promoter, and you need to sell seats. So it's very difficult, very, very difficult. I've got the right management team now. Sean is very busy, so he's got big dreams, big aspirations for me. He just wants me to get there so we can start fighting, you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. If I get 1 or 2 fights in this year, I'll be happy. As I say, I have to go there now. I have to build myself, you know. When the people come watch me fight, they must want to come watch me fight again. And that's what draws the promoters. You know, I sell seats. I'll be in action a lot in the UK or in the EU.
Just lastly, you've experienced sort of everything there is to know in your boxing career. Do you have a message for South Africans out there, you know, wanting to pursue this career?
Yeah, what I'd say to all the kids and all of those just started in the boxing, it's not easy. Follow your dreams. Don't ever let anyone tell you can or cannot do what you want to do. And yeah, shoot for the moon, you know. That's what I've done my whole career, is just looked up and shot for the moon, had my faith, and I keep going. And yeah, I'm excited to see what God's plans are for me this year. I'm excited to see what Manchester will bring for me this year. And yeah, I'm excited to end my two-year contract with Sean with a big bang. And yeah, and for the South African fighters, I'll be really honest, I would love to come back and have a fight with the likes of Michael Pinto Mokoena, Sibusiso Singange. You know, there are fighters that I would love to, Dlamini. There are fighters that I'd love to have a mix out with. It's just all about now communication with promoters and my managing side and my team and all of that. So if the fight comes, I would love to come back and fight in South Africa.
Well, again, from all of us, all the best with your future and overseas endeavours. I'm sure you're going to do us proud over there.
Thank you very
and
much.
We'll see you very soon.